Hello, everybody. Hope you've had a great week. I have a fun little stream planned for you this evening. This evening being Friday, July 11th. Little progress report, a little bit of info, a little bit of how we've been doing with the Ironman group that I've been part of. That maybe you've been watching. If you've been watching the VODs. Hello to my VOD watchers. Make sure to like this video. We're going to be doing a couple of cool things here today. First of which is just going to be getting like Signet and stuff. Yeah. And and I'm going to go into, we're going to go one by one. This music's loud. We're going to go one by one. We're gonna go through the different players in the in our six-man. What's that? Okay, yeah, we're good. And I'm gonna be talking about where we are with crafts, where we are with group goals. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Tuesday. Actually, I can say that now. Tuesday, I had to be up at 3 a.m. on Wednesday and out of the house. So, so Tuesday would have been a stream. You guys did miss a little bit of our, I think we did Eco, and my Bard is now 39. I think the last stream I got Bard to 34. So we blitzed a bunch of EXP, and I'm now 39. But we'll talk more about what levels we have as a group and where we're at when we get to that. So yeah, that was Tuesday. So some Eco Warrior we did. Sadly, you guys missed some Crawler's Nest EXP. Always very nostalgic. But yeah, like I said, I had to be up at 3 on Wednesday, so I was just not feeling a stream. But it is what it is. Yo, Akira, stupid slow YouTube to update the show channel being live. It is what it is. YouTube can be very picky like that. No viewers yet? I will save you from boredom and loneliness. Hey, that's the beautiful thing about streaming to YouTube is I jam-pack the beginning of my streams with all the information and all the stuff going on for the day. And when people go and watch the stream tomorrow or whatever, They've got everything. Gives me a chance to get talking to the 1 and 2 viewers who showed up. I've been live for 3 minutes. But yeah, so where's my, actually I have a checklist of things here. Okay, we're gonna go down to although I am going to wait a little while for people to pile in who like want to catch the information. So for now, I'm going to go turn in my Bonecraft test item, and we're going to just do a little bit of running around. Oh, and to cap that off, again, for anybody who's watching later on, especially, I'm going to be doing a couple of Windurst missions to end the stream. So I wouldn't say it's going to be a short stream today, but it's definitely going to be shorter as we go over the group Ironman, we do some Windurst missions, and then we call it from there. Tomorrow will be a much longer stream. So if you want to catch that live, that'll be tomorrow around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern. I pack it with the info, then do the opposite of what I say. There is a nugget of truth to that. I think today, I think I'm good. I don't think there's much, it's very possible to deviate from the plan. Oh, how do you get your own avatar, Nuisance? That is Twitch subscribers and YouTube members get their very own Final Fantasy XI themed avatars that you can customize. You can put the gear on them, and you can earn gear through mini games and stuff like that. So, where am I going? Bonecraft Guild, probably just best to just run. NES Double Dragon 1, let's go. Honestly, Double Dragon 1 had some really solid sprite work. If I had to make like a top 10 list of like NES sprite work, it would be on there somewhere. You're just hanging around and print, but if you need a body. So, okay, so you might not be aware, this is an Ironman. This is an Ironman character. We're doing a test. It is for 6-man only. It's actually, yeah, it's like Hardcore Plus, actually. Arcade version was best. That might be what I'm thinking of in my head, but yeah, definitely solid in the NES repository catalog. What's going on, Robert? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'm excited. We've made a bunch of progress since... Oh, you know what else I have to do? We have to go buy a scroll. Before we get started with the other stuff, I've got to go buy a scroll from Sandy. Team Charlie asks on YouTube, what is the point of Ironman besides playing with friends? Any rewards announced yet? No. Right now, the only purpose is to figure out where this game mode might have issues, and then help them to craft an actual game mode going forward. I'm sure those of us in the test might get like one of the cosmetics that people have gotten for testing stuff in the past, but I wouldn't expect much more than that. But what's the purpose after that? So the purpose after that will likely be, like, I would think cosmetic rewards is at a bare minimum. Where am I? Bonecraft. All right. I can now go above 30 Bonecraft. Dave, man, I like when I get on a kick and I go to the gym, like every like other year, I'll get on a kick and I'll go for like a month. Like, I enjoy that time. But I will tell you right now, I do not have the self-confidence to stream from one. that takes some kind of special self-confidence. Oh, man. Here we go. I'm not supposed to enjoy going to the gym? Is that what I'm doing wrong? Oh, geez, I have my filters all screwed up for my Twitch announcements. There we go. All right. So one thing I did do that we haven't been over yet is I don't think, or was it on stream? I forget. Well, my black mage is 17 now. Is all I'm trying to say. Which is great because the ability to warp myself home. You guys know I complained about it pretty hard on stream that I was like having to buy a warp scroll every time I need to head back to Juneau is abysmal. Oh, how long do I think the stream is going to be tonight? I'd say a couple hours. Not short, but, you know, not a typical weekend stream. Actually, Fridays are going to be weird. We moved our D&D group off of Fridays, which is the reason I can even stream tonight. Oh, Dave, you missed the fun session on Wednesday. It'll be a good one to fill you in on. I think I told you, chat. Did I tell you guys about the second campaign we're doing? Sort of a side campaign, I guess. It's Outer Gone. We're Salahim Sentinels, and Kamishi's been running it. And the difference between this campaign and our main campaign is that whoever can show up that day is in. Yeah, so we're sort of like mercenaries. Where am I going? Ronfar. So we've had issues in the past where people can't show, like one person can't show up, and so we call off the whole thing for the main campaign. But now it's like if one person can't show up, we just run without them. And so I'm playing a Sahagin Geomancer, and that character is hilarious. More info to come soon on because I want to make a lot more of the RPG stuff available for like you guys. But it's just been a busy summer. And yeah. So the side campaign's been going really well. It's just super fun, like, you know, because it's like, okay, who showed up today? All right, we're hopping in. Yo, what's up, Crab Dance? Oh, that is unfortunate timing. Although, yeah, okay, I guess I'll have to ask him. Crab, any Ironman for you lately? I get it. If not, it's not easy to get 6 adults in the same at the same time, multiple times a week. And it's definitely a consideration for when they actually go to make something for the general populace. All right, chat. What we're going to do is I'm going to go buy the scroll of Requiem, or not Requiem. 3. Elegy. We're going to go get the scroll of Elegy. and then progress report on how our Ironman group is going. We're gonna go through each of the 6 players and kind of talk about where we're at with levels, with crafts, because we hit a few huge milestones this week, and especially because I wasn't live on Tuesday, I want to fill people in before tomorrow's stream, especially as we start to head into the level, like into the 40s. We're going to be doing AF weapons soon, that kind of thing. So I figured this would be a good time to pause and say, like, just where we're at and stuff like that. So let's go. What is it? Elegy. Is it Battlefield Elegy? Yes. Vana'diel at K7. Dude, Elegy is a 25% slow baseline? That's got to be out of era. HIJK and then 7. Oh, it's up the alley, I bet. Carnage is like 50? Holy cow, dude. It is 50 at base. It actually just caps at 50. Like, you can't even make it more slowy. More slowified. What's up, Hugin? Vana'diel. Where would Vana'diel be? Slash fill mode. Or Vana'diel. Oh my gosh, this NPC was in my... Ooh, what? That's the only scroll they sell? This NPC was in one of the RPG videos. We go into Hellbort's Blades. Dave, this is the NPC that yells at you when you snap your fingers and steal the gold in our session 1. Would think Lion Spring would have bard spells. You would, yeah, that was where I was gonna go next. If Filmo didn't show me exactly what the NPC was, I would not have checked Hellbort's Blades. All right, just checking my checklist here, make sure I got everything out of the Wii, and then we're gonna head into our progress report. Did the bone craft. Rank. Oh, you know what? I should have started guild points before I did that. It's fine. I'll start guild points maybe tomorrow. I actually don't think I'm going to need them, but I figured it'd be cool to maybe sign an item or two by the time we get decently high leveled. YouTube, by the way, hit that like button as we head into the group Ironman progress report. Helps me out a ton. Costs you nothing. I mean, we probably won't hit 50 likes tonight to hatch Chocobo, but you never know. It could be one of those freak streams. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Okay. So, boop-a-da-boom, and here we go. Okay, great. What's up, Don? How are you? Hello. Welcome in, everybody. All right, so we're kind of like, okay, I don't know if we're officially mid-test or not. I don't know, like, what the team wants, how long they want to run this for. You know, I just feel like it's like a halfway point for us as a group. If we look at our goals, which at the moment, the only thing we've really talked about is like defeating the Shadow Lord, getting all AF, because the AF quests are going to be really fun to do and solve as a group with like limited resources, like as Ironman, right? So all AF, defeat Shadow Lord, and we talked about doing a little bit of like the promies and stuff, a little bit of COP. So we're probably close to, you know, what you would call halfway to getting all that stuff done. A lot of our initial, you know, obviously sub jobs are leveled now. Advanced jobs are we're all playing our advanced jobs in the group, in the main group itself. And you know, so a lot of that beginning stuff is out of the way. How are you guys? Okay, hold on, chat. Before I get too talkative here, I'm gonna put on I'm gonna pick a song. We're gonna pick a Space Roast song. Let's see. I really like. Let's do. Da, da, da. All right, cool. The smooth Del Monte vibe. I don't even know what that means, Cletus. NXT Suke asks, I don't know if it's been asked, but will Iron Man still have hardcore forced on at the same time? No. So the idea is there will be a normal Iron Man and a hardcore if you choose to accept it. Great question. So yeah, what I was saying was we got a lot of our initial character development out of the way. Some people are a little bit further in missions than others, and we're going to be doing a little bit more mission stuff tonight. Tangent and I, which is Sailor Jupiter, and I are going to be doing some more mission catch up. Okay, so this is me, Sailor Neptune. I don't really use paint for this kind of thing normally, so we might have a little bit of a struggle. What's up, Kupo? Welcome to the progress report. But I am now Bard 39. So, as I mentioned earlier, you guys didn't get to see Tuesday's stream because I had to be up at 3 a.m. on Thursday, or on Wednesday, rather. So we did do Crawler's Nest, and I hit 39, just learned Battlefield Elegy. And my Bard is ready to go. I am still the lowest level in the group. I think that's partly a function of a busy summer, and Bard is kind of like one of the worst jobs to take out in solo EXP for. It's just really slow and bad. Speaking of which, Bonecraft 29. So on, I think it was the last stream. Yes, with the beetles. I went out looking for beetles to farm, and we had some issues there. I was basically looking to farm beetle shells and beetle jaws, which I needed eventually in order to get Bonecraft to really 20, somewhere around the 28, really. Because our woodworker, Tuxedo Mask, needed to make beetle arrows in order to level up to make progress on Shihei. So part of the interconnected aspect of this game mode is just really evident right here, is without me doing all the farming of the beetle stuff, we couldn't make progress on the woodworking, and the woodworking was necessary to make our own bast parchment, so Shihei was more accessible, right? Luckily, off stream, I went and did some more beetle farming, which I was much more successful in once I knew where I was going, and I could just like do a loop, AFK, go do some laundry or something, go through, you know, or go start making dinner or whatever, come back, beetles have respawned, go do another loop. Wasn't really something I could maintain on stream, so yeah, I did a bunch of that. That got me to Bonecraft 21. I left off, I believe it was 19, Bonecraft 21 through beetle shells, and then a combination of beetle jaws and all the iron or all the ram horns that Eric had farmed helped get me to 28, and then I made the arrowheads for Tuxedo Mask. So Bonecraft is moving along. That's been super fun. I love crafting in this game, and any opportunity to do it, I will take. So we're gonna come down. I'm gonna jump around a little bit on this, I think. So personal goals. I need to get my AF weapon. So that's something we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing Windurst Missions tonight. And another thing that happened off stream was we did Delkfoots. We did the run up to the top. I would have liked to have streamed that. That was an impromptu thing we did as a group. But it's really just defeating Peripheron and getting a key, and now I can just zoop up. Whenever I think it's 4-1, or whatever the 3-3 maybe, where you got to go up the tower, is now like, we'll get it done like that. So we'll probably get rank 4 tonight. Let's see. Bonecraft is 29. I mean, for me, these are the major things. I don't really have a bottleneck of like spells or anything like that. I will say one last thing, and we may see more of this tomorrow. So this is going to be a little bit of an Easter egg for those of you who are here for tonight's stream, and you might tune in tomorrow for the EXPing. I believe we are finally going to Altepa Desert. Is that in our Crawler's Nest party, we actually determined that it made more sense for me to be meleeing as a bard in the group. We'll see how that pans out with tomorrow's EXP party, but realistically, because I cannot land sleeps reliably, being bard/nin and pulling and sleeping is not really the play. And on top of that, we have a black mage in the group. Oh, also, fresh reminder, or like, here we go, here it is in bold text. This is our group comp. Bard, Red Mage, Black Mage, Ninja, Thief, Monk. We actually make skill chains very reliably with Thief and Monk. However, the Nin TP's fast enough to often be involved in a 3-step. And like I was saying, we added in my Bard, and it was actually interesting because we had two skill chains that could be bursted, and we could even alternate mobs with those bursts. And I'm telling you right now, the EXP was not bad. Like, you would think like, oh, actual bursting in EXP parties is like, no, it's really good. I mean, the game is designed around it in a lot of respects. So, melee? Question mark? We'll see. We'll see tomorrow if we want to continue doing that. But I mean, I've got Madrigal and Minuet on, so I'm not hitting like a Wimp Noodle. It's like, it's fine. And it gives us a 4th person to possibly be a part of a skill chain. No 4-step. No 4-step. We did have some sweet 3-step stuff going, but it's rather than, so instead of just like instead of just a normal skill chain and then one person is left out and sitting on TP, we have the option of doing a 3-step or 2 normal skill chains with adding the Bard in as well. So it's been I don't know, it's just been a lot of fun. You guys have been having a blast with this game mode. Okay, on to our Red Mage. I forget what Typhlo's levels are. This is why I invited the other guys into chat. You feel like a lot of us play FF11 for the social aspect. Why play isolated? I cannot... Okay, that's a question from over on the YouTube side of things, guys. I cannot tell you how much fun the social aspect of this game mode is. Things that you would not realize are so satisfying are like just the, I mean, maybe I'll just give a small example. Handing your buddy Gil because your character makes more than theirs is like, oh, I got enough Gil to go to the NPC and now I can get my Bonecraft up or whatever, is like one part of it. But you know, I hit an X level. I hit, just using me as an example. I hit Bonecraft at a certain level, and that allows our ninja, our woodworker to progress. Is like it's such like a feeling of camaraderie as a group that you won't get in the open world social aspect. So I would just counter that question with the open world social aspect of the game is really good, but the social aspect of this as a game mode is actually also really good. What happens when I can reliably sleep? I won't be able to because there will be no light staff. I will not be getting a light staff at all in this test. So there's not going to be a reliable sleep at any phase. Do I think Thief is a good job for a beginner? You're level 50 right now, but you read a lot that Thief is kind of bad. But because you're new, you don't know what class to play. I'll answer this quickly, and then we'll move on with the next character. Is Thief? Thief is great. You're gonna struggle for parties at some point from here onto the end. But no, Thief's great. Thief's not a bad job. What Thief's not good at is getting invites. All right, so Sailor Mercury is Red Mage, I think 40. Maybe 41 as of our party. I don't remember. 41. We need refresh. So we just hit the level where that's useful, obviously. But I believe we just didn't take a crack at the BCNMs that have it yet. Different audio input. Does it sound different, DA? What else has Tangent been doing? What do I feel like this dude plays all the time, but hasn't been like crafting. Oh no, I don't know, DA. Oh, my bad. I meant Typhlo. I said Typhlo earlier, but said Tangent this time. What's up, Tangent? We'll get to you. I think you have one of the better pictures of all the lineup. Not much to say here. They've been playing Red Mage / White Mage and healing the party, and rarely am I needing to help heal as well. So it's been going great. Red Mage, obviously good healer for, like, if you know what you're doing, like as a group, if you're really coherent or cohesive, Red Mage can really carry. It stinks we're not going to have haste until 48. That is one aspect of this. No haste until 48, sad phase. I think Typhlo put some work into their summoner. We've been doing summoners in Eco Warrior, and it's been going really well. We're able to pretty much have very little issues doing Eco Warrior. All right. Now on to our Black Mage. Our Black Mage discovered their true purpose. I mentioned magic bursting earlier, chat. Our Black Mage discovered their true purpose at the end of our EXP party the other day, and that is Warp 2. Black Mage, I think 40. I think most people are like a level or two ahead of me because I just haven't, like, solo on Bard is just that bad. So Warp 2, not much to say here. Actually a lot to say. Cooking, this is wild. What level did he hit earlier? 74. Oh, alchemy, duh. That's the other thing. I forget what level they're at. Oh, wow, which BCNM is the best for refresh? I actually don't know. We talked a little bit about what we want to do for refresh, but I don't remember what the conversation was around. Alchemy, something, something, something. Their alchemy is enough that we haven't had any issues. We now have prism powders. Oh, that is an update from the last stream at the very minimum. We now have prism powders. So we've got oils and powders pretty much as we need, as long as we put in the effort and the elbow grease to farm mats. So that's been great. I think there was the holdup with that, if I remember, prism powders, is you can't make... Yeah. Okay, so it's level 41 to make the prism powders, but to make the artificial lens... Okay, you can make the artificial lens at 34, but you got to wait till 41. So we're at the point anyway where we have powders now, which is great. So we've got powders plus oils. You know, I'm kind of wanting to touch on the things that are like majorly important, right? So if we think about it like this, it's like, whoops. My goal today was to say like, hey, what are our milestones we're at? We're at about halfway through the test, quote unquote. I'm just spitballing that, but like at least the way I feel. You know, alchemy having powders and oils, black mage having D2. You know, obviously we hit the refresh, hit the level 4 refresh, but that's, we don't have the scroll yet, right? So just going over like what are the milestones we're at about halfway. How many months are we in? When is the first, somebody check my YouTube channel and check what date the very first stream of Ironman was. And throw that in chat for me so I can be reminded. In the meantime, cooking 74. Yeah, cooking is a rather easy craft. I will agree. We have hit snags with crystals here and there, but there's a lot of stuff sold from NPCs when it comes to cooking. Oh, and sushi. So we actually have, this is something else I would have circled if I had gotten here yet. We actually have some sushi. We've been using Gherkin, Ikra Gunkin. Can this show up? Yeah, we've been using Ikra Gunkin, accuracy 18% with a max of 28. He basically got cooking, started collecting cooking guild points the day the day that it was like possible, and so mashed out raw fish handling really fast. So we have sushi as well, which has been huge. I'm not sure what else Eric is working towards in terms of cooking. I don't really know cooking that well to say. First Ironman stream was May 31st. Thank you. May 31st. All right, let's just like leave that there. But yeah, also Eric has I think like Beast 40 or something, right? So we've got a couple of beasts for when it comes to doing like promies and stuff like that, and that's good too. Ikra is buffed on Horizon. You know what? I've never compared it to to what it would have been in Era. All right, now on to our resident ninja, our resident woodworker. Woodworking, I think they're in the 40s. I forget if they did, if they can do their own bast parchment yet, but we do have Shihei. Now the way we've been doing Shihei is buy bast from NPC, which is kind of expensive and not really well stocked. So we've been able to do Shihei for a little bit now because it's like a level 29 craft or whatever. But as I mentioned earlier, me getting Bonecraft to 28 allowed me to make the arrowheads that they needed to level up into the 40s or somewhere near it. So, and Nin is 40-ish. Huge. Just genuinely huge. And also, I'll put a note here is logging has been going well. Is the other thing that they've been doing in their free time. I should have like spread this up into like accomplishments and like free time stuff. A lot of the best aspects of this game mode become very obvious when you divide sort of the idea of group time and solo time. So when we have like scheduled time to EXP, make sure that that is what you're doing. DA, if you're still here, I love that, dude. I love that DM you sent me. That's so cool. Oh, tell you what, actually, I didn't ping my Discord server at YouTube Live. So yeah, so what I was saying was the importance of your solo time and your designated like EXP time and whatever is a huge part of this. Like I said here, like the woodworker has been out logging. I've done a little bit of excavating, right? But those are like surface level things you could be doing, or farming farming beetles. You know, these kinds of things, or going off and leveling your cooking, or, you know, soloing for crystals and seals and stuff like that. All those sort of like sub activities that you can do in your own time, and then you make a really productive use of your meeting time, I think is going to be incredibly important for anybody going forward. And when we get to Sailor Saturn, I don't know what to say. Like, absolute carry of the entire group, Sailor Saturn. Oh yeah, Hugin, that is top tier. I love it. Is it CMYK? Just curious. You don't have to answer that question right now. Okay. Great. Not the one he sent? All right. I believe you. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Also, one thing our ninja has been doing is farming wind clusters. OP. Because of Surara is readily available as the ninja spell, the ice-based ninja spell. They've been able to farm clusters to basically keep us topped off in wind crystals. Wind crystals are very important amongst the amongst like bonecraft and woodworking, especially. That this has been invaluable. You know, at first, like if I were putting a group together, I probably would pick like Paladin tank over Ninja tank. Simply because I would be thinking in terms of like MP usage and stuff like that. But man, when this popped up, I'm like, oh, this is the strength of having a ninja as part of the group. So yeah. So they've been making a lot of progress as well. And now on to, honestly, if anybody in the group disagrees with me, have at it, but freaking Eek has been the all-star group MVP. This is group MVP. Okay, and what is their Thief 50, I think? I think they're at level cap. Thief 50, I think Beast 50 as well. Yeah. And just I think I'd have to explain too much to really like emphasize like why this is big, but they are Clothcraft 60. or 59 or 61 or something, somewhere around 60. And like LC something. We now have access to the harvesting the helm gear. And as of like the other day, as of like Tuesday, we got the helm body. Yeah, 100% Hugin. This Clothcraft 60, the amount of silk thread, for anybody here who's done serious crafting and touched Clothcraft in any way as either a subcraft or a main craft knows, level like 49 to 60 is one of the worst spreads of any subcraft level range. It's like, it's probably worse than gold sometimes, depending upon market forces, but it's very comparable. It is silk cloth into green ribbons. And Eek farmed probably, I don't know, like 400 silk threads in order to get that. And that's just like one of the things, besides just doing regular thief stuff out there and getting people materials they need and whatnot. And also getting beasts to 50 on their free time, which has been helpful for various shenanigans. Yeah, absolutely like crazy. I think Eek probably has maybe the most kind of free time, extra time to be doing this too, which I think, you know, one of the things people have talked about is like, hey, I might not have the free time to play a mode like this if this were to come out. You know, Sailor Saturn, probably a fantastic example of what this game mode looks like when you have lots of extra playtime to do it. Is like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to over evaluate. I think that Sailor Saturn's done a lot of work. And now it's cool because like every little thing here, every person has their like niche that they're taking care of and working on and like working on together. I really love where we're at since May 31st. So what is that? So that's been a month. What has it been? 6 weeks? Roughly 5.5 weeks. Wow. Actually, we're further along than I would have thought in a month and change. I'm sure there's something else I'm missing here, but, you know, just super important. You guys, like, the helm gear is insane. What's it called? Field tunic? The tunic is the other piece of logging, and we're getting to a point right now where the, let's see, logging is legs, hands, and body. When you have all three, you barely run through hatchets. Obviously, hatchets are going to cost you extra when you don't, like, you can't sell in the auction house, right? So your ability to recoup gil is everything's just NPC'd. So getting that last body piece basically means that our access to helm is much, like, we don't bleed as much gil doing it. And our woodworker is at a stage right now where it's an excessive amount of logs needed that are rare, right? Tuxedo Mask is just starting to get to the point where they're needing rare logs in order to progress. That is one of the bottlenecks that's going to hit anybody who does mining or woodworking, or like smithing, goldsmithing, woodworking, is like at some point you're actually going to hit the rare materials. It's not like in Bonecraft where you can just keep fishing or just keep excavating and your rare materials will almost always be there if you focus on those things. You know, cooking similarly, right? The more durable crafts are going to have issues with the rarity of materials going forward. So in the long run, if you were doing a regular Ironman in the future, you would need this, period. You would need to be working on the field set. But all I have to say, field set good, LOL. And lastly, our resident puncher of things, who I know is in chat, Sailor Jupiter, a.k.a. /tangent. Monk, I think your monk is higher than our other jobs. I'm gonna go with 52. No, you can't be 52. I meant 42. 40-ish. Very well geared. We are 44. Okay, yeah, I knew you were a little bit ahead. We're gonna be getting purple belt soon. Are you 2 out of 3? I think, yeah, we just need to do the more Bolgervine. We're gonna do the BCNM for that. It's like a 50-50 shot or something. Oh, not purple, you're right, brown. Brown belt soon. We need the more Bolgervine. And that is a 50-50 shot from the BCNM. Because we can't get kindred seals yet. What were you saying earlier in our group chat? Like, you're like, this tangent guy on my team hasn't been putting in time like the rest of us. Tangent and I, we're a little bit behind on missions compared to the others. I didn't write it down, but I think they're all like 4 something. But missions haven't been a super prio. We obviously we changed all to the same nation. We got Mage's Ballad and stuff. You guys all saw that. Now we're just progressing on our own. And I'm not sure. Tangent also, guys, working on the rebase, all right? Don't give him too much crap. And now, lastly, for the end of this little recap, which has been a lot of fun. If anybody has any questions, I'll be sure to answer them as we go through the rest of the stream, as I go do some Windurst missions and whatnot. But I just think it's fitting. I just think your picture is also fitting. But yeah, that's our group. I know that we've been doing a bit of things on and off stream, and I wanted to just get it all out there, talk about our big progress points, and like I said, alchemy, powders and oils, shihei, sushi, clothcraft 60. These things in particular, like if I were to make a top 5 or a top, I was gonna say top 10, but legitimately top 5 things that you should work on as an Ironman, these would be there. As just like mega important. And we've kind of got them solid, ready to go. I think Eric's still working on making better sushi. I'm not sure what his fishing is up to, or who else has been doing fishing. This is like all off the top of my head, chat. I don't know. There's other more details for everybody. Everybody's been like having fun playing. So, yeah. So that's that. I'm going to warp myself. We're almost closer to Vegas than the start of Ironman. That's interesting. Yeah, speaking of Vegas, if you guys haven't listened to the latest Level Sync podcast, we do talk about our Vegas plans a little bit on there. Of course, Level Sync podcast on YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify. I'm going to send you a... Oh, yeah, I can see your level 44 right there. I think you have your... What's it called on? Your... All right, I might have to flag stuff, so I might still be a little bit behind you. Are the mochi on HXI? You use those on retail? No, the Daifuku. It's like attack and accuracy. Now, if the food rework that they wanted to do for Tau happens, I think I'd assume they'd add something like it. Yeah, Grape Daifuku was very good. I would use it on my thief. I want a little bit of accuracy, but I need some attack as well. Ooh, actually, you know what I forgot to say? I have to work on goldsmithing, so I can make Cornet +1. So that is my only other personal goal. No D&D at Friday feels weird. I feel like I got the day off of school. You know that feeling, DA. You're like, or I guess just like, or like a day off work where you didn't expect to have it. Like a snow day or something. It was a lot of fun on Wednesday, though. I should probably go as White Mage to this. Sneak and Invis in Castle Oz. Or just go as Bard for the sleeps in case we get aggro. Plus it's higher level. And I have warp on sub job. Yeah, I think that's the play. I'll just use oils and powders. Ooh. That's not a lot of powders. Swimsuit event returns unit for a certain merit party camp. Yeah, the bird camp, yeah. No, there's been no announcement yet, but I think that event is typically beginning of August. They do try to follow retail's cadence for those things. So look at all the Tarus, man. What was I doing? Oh yeah, mission. Imagine not looking for the new NM. I leave that to the people who are curiouser than I. I mean, I'm curious, but I don't got time to be running around all of Vana'diel. The top of the tower, okay. What transporter? Wait, there's a transporter? I don't know if I've ever been up here, chat. Does this tell... Oh, there it is, Rye. Oh, I have the sound, the music turned off. I'm like loosely aware that Windurst was like a conquering nation. Is that what happened? Is the Heavens Tower stolen? Oh no, Ajito Marujido coming in like a Super Saiyan. Okay, what are they saying here? You actually think a mere group of kitty cats can save Windurst? Well, I'm sure we could fare better than some of the power-hungry ministers. How dare you? Look around. Does Windurst you see around you look peaceful and happy? Look at this book. What is this? Wait, Ajito Marujido. The pages, they're all blank. Is this some kind of joke? Joke? Show those blank pages to the star Sybil and see if she's laughing. The Book of the Gods has gone blank. The broken Cardian soldiers are up to no good. And all Windurst has is an ancient, worn-out, good-for-nothing army. And you just sit here, with your tails between your legs. Well, I'm tired of waiting. I, Ajito Marujido, will save Windurst from these terrible, bearable times. Sailor Neptune, I have a mission for you. Follow that Taru and find out what he's up to. Report to me when you do. I cannot forgive any who endanger the peace of Windurst. Listen, I don't... Dave. I don't got memory like that. Alright, now we're going to the Orastery. Does this bring me downstairs? That'd be dope. It does! port. So yeah. All right. This is the Arastery, right? Yeah. Hakaru. This one. The symbol? Something, 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 Castle Oz, something, something, something. Like on the walls here, this symbol? Oh. No, that is definitely a Club Penguin. Or no, that's D from Kirby. What? What? Oh. COP. Wolfgang says, how's it going? Mombro says, well, there doesn't seem to be any external wounds. To tell you the truth, I don't know exactly what's wrong with him. I don't exactly know? So you have some sort of theory. I'm sorry, but I'm not inclined to speak on the patient's condition. Not even the captain of the Ducal Guard. As you wish, but that boy is an important witness. When he comes to, he will be taken in for questioning. Has he showed any signs of consciousness? I'm afraid not. Wolfgang, what really happened back in that room? What was that device? What were Juno's scientists trying to do with it? You know something, don't you? You don't need to worry yourself with the affairs of the duchy. I see. Suppose there are things better left unknown. I often ponder over whether to inform a patient when their disease is incurable. However, something disease, something. He says, I don't know what happened, but we got to question the boy. Okay. All right. $95.7. Let's go. You're on the home stretch. Any plans for a Bisu, or you just trying to get to 100 first? Like, what are your thoughts? Hippopotamus. Where am I going? Oregano? I don't have oregano, do I? Yeah, I too have to go to Kolshushu. Oh yeah, if you don't have serpent rumors yet, yeah, you're still a ways away. But it's not like, it's not necessary. It's more of a long-term goal. You got that? You want the furniture? For fishing? You buy the furniture. Yeah, but that's purchased. Ooh, we dropped a bunch of frames today, huh? Look at that. The other is for rusted items. Yeah, I'm just saying though that shouldn't slow you. Like, that's not gonna help you get a Bisu, right? Maybe I don't know what that furnishing does. If My understanding was the purchased furnishing and waiters are the big ones for skill. Menu at 3 is going to be nice. Oh, I never went and bought Advancing March. I should get that just to have it. Alright, take it easy, Akira. Jeez, did I go the long way? I think I did. Ugh. I definitely did. Oh, I know where Mac's going. I don't think he's gonna make it in time, though. Yo, welcome, Gabriel. Did you play like PS2 era? Oh, duh. I would love to actually get a friggin' ore dig in. I've missed like the last 5 ore digs, elemental ores, and on my main on Quetch, and it just I'm starting to feel it. Like not making any gil at all is really weird for me. You wouldn't do anything without party. It looks like a lot of things have changed. So yeah, I'm actually playing like a self-imposed game mode right now where I can only level up with the 6 people and trade items between these 6 people, no auction house. So this is a very, specific way to play the game. That's the hope, Talus. They'd have to code like, basically all the blockade functionality. The 6-man only aspect of it. Like there's a lot that would go into making it an official thing for people to do. So it's still like a ways out because, obviously like rebase is taking priority right now and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the hope. And to give everyone a 4th character slot at a minimum so you can play, but that character would be locked to Ironman only. Is like one thing that I at least have confirmation on. Started doing Low Man Dyna. Oh, nice. That's a good way to spend your time. Let's get some in-game music for a little while. Oh. Well, level 26? Are they normally this level at the front? Oh, this one happened to be. Yeah, I don't imagine they'd... Like, Tau, I would imagine Tau would be first. Like, yeah. Because, like, here's the thing is, like, you know, and we talk about this a little bit in the podcast episode, where essentially, like, if Tau released like today, I don't know how much more effort I'd be putting into this. I mean, maybe I might still keep my like obligations like EXP on like specific days of the week or whatever. But Tau is just so full, and we've been looking forward to it for so long. Like, it would take precedent over this for me personally, like, easily. So I'd imagine it would be more like, you know, Tau comes out, we're in between major releases of Tau content, Ironman comes out. That would be my thought process. If I were in the dev shoes, yeah, I think so. I think the others would be too busy enjoying that content. What are we gonna do? Fall down and there's 2 switches. All right, Crab. Oh man. All right. Meow. See you later, Tangent. I'm warping home. What are you doing here? I'm gonna paraphrase this, chat. I took an arrow to the knee. I don't think I can be an adventurer anymore. That's all I have to say about that. Blank target, it said. What is it? Oh. I don't really know what this is for, but oh my... What? Wait. What? How come I've never seen that? Oh, well, I got the old ring. How come I've never noticed that? That random, like, pothole of death. Yeah, I did get... Okay, I can warp now. Okay. Question over on the YouTube side. Is Bard / Ninja with Mazurka a viable tank like back in the day? No. No. They specifically made sure that that is not, that is not a thing. I believe they just simply nerfed the enmity generation on certain bard spells. Why was the door open but you still fell through the trap? The door was open for you? That's weird. I specifically clicked the wrong lever. All right, now back to Windurst we go. Yeah, no. There are certain things here that were specifically, you know, nerfed or changed in order to, in order for the game to be healthy. You know, like for example, shadow recast timers are all a touch slower than they were in Era, in order to make sure Red Mage / Ninja is not the only tank. Bard had their enmity adjusted for certain spells to make sure that Bard / Ninja was not the job that had the best enmity generation in the entire game. This is still so funny to me. You know, for some people, it does like cut into the nostalgia a little bit. It's like, oh, I want to play my Bard tank or what have you, and it's like, well, let's let the paladins and the ninjas and stuff be the tanks. And Red Mage tank, even though that got some enmity nerfs, some enmity adjustments as well, it is also still as good, you know, still very good. Wouldn't Red Mage's fast cast trait? So, sort of. I think they also halved the amount of recast that fast cast takes away. Something like that. But even still, it would still be longer than it were in Era because you still have a longer timer. So fast cast would reduce it significantly, but it wouldn't completely negate it because you'd still be adding seconds to the total cast. Cast/recast. Why am I running? Oh, I'm so dumb, dude. Oh, whatever, I'm halfway through. I could have just warped from the OP to my freaking... Ah... Right, yeah. You'd be looking at Red Mage / Din going, well, this is the only ninja sub viable tank now. But no, Paladin / Nin is still very good. Red Mage / Nin is still very serviceable. And regular Nin is a powerhouse here. Chat, we are planning to skip 3-2, but if we did do it, we'd be able to get the 3-mage, unlock the 3-mage gate. We'd get the KI for that. Although, like, skipping it is not a huge deal, because we could always go back and do it if we wanted to, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm not super worried. All right, where am I going? Going back to Heaven's Tower. So that would be walls. Chat, we got ads starting in 1 minute. I am going to take a short break. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, YouTube. Hit that like button. Hatch that egg. Maybe we get there tonight. I don't know why I'm checking bazaars. I'm not allowed to buy anything. Force of habit. Oh, I got the entrancing ribbon, by the way, as well. Finally got that bunny to spawn. I don't know, was that on stream? I don't remember. 2 charisma. Zoop. Jumping Jupiter. Oh, ad. I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back. All right. Up to the top. Reminder that tomorrow's stream will be our 39 plus, in theory, Altepa Desert. I would say also very likely that I go do my AF weapon tomorrow for Bard. So that'll be cool. I've never done that. And I don't know, maybe a little goldsmithing or something, a little bit of crafting as well. So tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the longer stream, somewhere between noon and 1 o'clock Eastern. This is trippy. This whole... Oh, wow. This whole thing reminds me of that one zone in Clair Obscure. Semilafina, I see you're back, Sailor Neptune. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you learned. I see. So Ajita Marajita went all the way to Castle Oz and had an audience with their king? How many of our country's laws does he have to break to be satisfied? I commend you rather, on your fine work. I will report this information to the Star Sibyl at once. And following that, I think I will personally deliver a grave warning to our rogue minister. You, for now, may rest. I sense another mission for you very soon. What's up, Remy? Da-dum-da-dum. California's Semilafina? It just makes sense, bro. Bleach blonde hair. That's all I got. Guess what? We got to go to the NPC, and then we got to come back to Heaven's Tower. It's fantastic. It's great. Good game design. I guess I come down here to get crystals. Do I have crystals? I have... What are the odds 22 crystals will be enough? Oh, no, I got plenty. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just run this way. We'll go to the gate guard. The GG, if you will. You know, every time I see Beastmaster Artifact Armor, it actually makes me want to level the job. It's pretty sick, honestly. Yeah, it's cool, right? I mean, they did a good job with the core identity of all the jobs in this game. Favorite AF? That's a good question. Mr. Zookeeper looks borked. You're thinking Beast? It's really good. It's hard to not say Red Mage. It's hard to not say Thief. Corsair is also very high up for me. Red Mage is iconic, but you like samurai. I can see that. For people who are into samurai, like I can totally see that. Oh, I don't need to trade any crystals. All right, Daniel, take it easy. Thief is so ugly. Wait, hold on. Take away the hat. Do you still believe Thief is ugly? New journey. Cause like I agree if the hat is part of the equation. It does feel out of place, doesn't it? It's a thief hat and geomancer hat are just so out of place. Like every other job has such a good hat design. Have you guys ever seen Geomancer's artifact? I know it's kind of out of era, obviously, like very like it is like current era. But look at this thing. That's the Geomancer's artifact armor hat. For you, the green kind of ruins it for Thief. Ah, I see. Geo's just kind of silly looking in general. I just wish they went more with the Geomancer from Tactics rather than what they made. I don't know, you guys. I love it, but I could see your point of view here. I do often lock style. So I don't like the pants, but I like the overall look of the Thief AF. Does that make sense? Like, I wouldn't piece it apart, but I also wouldn't wear the pants on their own. But my like main lock style for Thief is uses the blue pants, so I guess I can see where y'all are coming from. No, the poofy hat on Thief is the Empyrean, which is fantastic. It's just like the Geo MP set is, I think, a work of art, honestly. I think it's kind of cool. Like for those of you who like came back to Final Fantasy XI with Horizon, I know we're still a long ways away from like Seekers, but like genuinely, I think there's a lot of cool stuff within Seekers that you know eventually we'll experience here that that you just wouldn't know about, and it's just really sweet. Okay, I get the 90s. The 90s kid references, all right. Maybe I'm just nostalgic for Jenko jeans. Jenko shorts? Rune Relic? Oh yeah, the Rune Relic is rough. Yeah. I don't need to talk to you, right? Top of Heaven's Tower. Neptune planet power. Yeah, let's go. That's the only catchphrase I could find from Neptune. Oh, Dragoon is pretty dope. As far as AF is concerned, yeah. Thief should get rollerblades. You guys are tripping today. But I agree with you. Wait, Thief gets rollerblades. That's what their feet is. Flea speed. Dancer AF is really good on some combinations, some characters, not all, but it's Dancer AF is really well designed. How does the Star Sybil talk, chat? She says things like, I am...
Well, I am pleased that you came here to talk to me. Hold on.
You gotta...
There? This, maybe? Sailor Neptune, was it not? I have heard of your accomplishments from Semi. After realizing how dedicated you have been in serving Windurst, I felt I must meet with you in person. I am honored to have such a noble adventurer here in my presence. You're much younger than I imagined, though. However, the reason I have called you here today is not solely for the purpose of greetings. Oh yeah? I, the Star Sybil, hereby appoint you, Sailor Neptune, to the post of Ambassadorial Envoy in the Grand Duchy of Juno. I apologize if I startled you with this sudden responsibility. However, the stars have already decided your fate. I can sense the fire that burns deep within your heart. I feel that you will not disgrace the new title that I have given you. Nope. You have seen with your own eyes the evil that lurks in Vana'diel. Soon that evil will have spread to every corner of our beloved lands. Yep. However, during these terrible times, Windurst must remain the beautiful, sublime Mecca that it has become. To maintain this state, the cooperation of Juno is necessary. This is why I'm sending a trustworthy delegate, such as yourself, to represent our country is of extreme importance. I am positive that your presence in Juno will benefit Windurst a lot. Will you travel to the Grand Duchy of Juno as an envoy of Windurst?
Okay.
I am grateful for your cooperation, Sailor Neptune. Journey to the embassy of Windurst in the Grand Duchy of Juno. And do not forget, no matter where the stars lead you, I will always be watching. Don't be scared.
Rulud.
You know me, always watching.
An alien? Yeah, I tried to get a...
I tried to get like a nicer voice. Wasn't working though. Check. I am the Star Sybil. I'm totally not an alien.
True, from the stars. Yeah. Dancer MP is classy on males. Which one was the MP? Oh, the like feathered set? The like black and white set? War has the worst AF. War's AF is... So the thing about War... The thing about the AF is it's very, like... It's just standard warrior. Like, if you looked at, like, previous iterations of the warrior job in earlier Final Fantasies, it's, like, red, it's tough. It's built on, like, Spartan. But Warrior MP is friggin' cool. I like that one a lot. It's very similar, but it's just more stylized. Pachygetopia. The Emperor is out, or the Ambassador would like a word with you. Oh no, it's Wolfgang. Wolfgang seeks an audience with the Ambassador. Ambassador's not here. Oh look, it's Monborough again. I'm surprised nobody said Scholar. Here, the Warrior Empyrean. It's kind of hard to see from this screenshot, but it's like a, I don't know how to explain it. Like an aged leather look. I don't know. All right, if you're just tuning in, I am working on Windurst Missions. Earlier in the stream, we went over like a mid-test basically where everybody's at in the Ironman group. If you want to watch that, you can always, all of my streams are always available as VODs on my YouTube channel. Call me Quetch on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch and you didn't know that. And you can get a little bit of an insight as to where we're at, what we've been working on, and how the group is going. All right. All right, I've already got the key. Puppet, the only issue I have with Puppet is similar to Thief, where the hat is seemingly, it's like almost out of place. It like barely kind of like fits the look. Artifact, Puppet Master. It like barely passes, honestly, IMO. Maybe I'm wrong. Puppet Master's dope. What a cool aesthetic. I cannot wait for treasures. Chat. Oh my gosh. Oh, the weed hat? Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Very classic look. What did I want to look up earlier? Oh, the dancer. Maybe I'm misremembering what the body looked like. Okay, yeah, it is like a black and gold, I guess. I always use the armlets for this, but the body not so much. Let me rest while we're sitting here. Man, treasures can't come soon enough. You get this bad boy. You're gonna see so much of this running around. You know what? Like, legitimately is like cool. Like, since Blue Mage is such a ubiquitous job in the game, that it's gonna like be Tau, and like there's gonna be a bunch of because you can only lock style to your specific job. We're gonna see lots of Blue Mages running around Whitegate, which is like so on flavor and on point. You know, Blue Mages and Corsairs and stuff like that. Oh, it's just, the server is gonna be so like alive. Not that it isn't right now, but just when Tau jobs. Yo, Quetch, what do you think about instance dungeon content for 11? Like, you trade a token or whatever outside Castle O and warp you into level BCNM where you have to clear it. You know what's interesting is they did move towards that. So the game eventually does make a move to instance dungeons. Delve, Incursion, whatever it's called in Wings of the Goddess, where you enter via the purple rocks. There's another one I think starts with an L. The game eventually does move there. What is the other one called? Oh, why am I not resting? Legion, thank you. And then, of course, Ambuscade is like less of a dungeon, more of just a straight up fight. It's interesting how much more content there is like to go. It'll be really weird to see as the server develops and everything is tuned to 75. It'll be really weird to see how much content there is. What's the first piece of Tau content besides level a job? I want to do assaults so bad. But I'd say probably story, so I can get so I can get my freaking wardrobes. As a very avid 14 player, oh yeah, what we get for pet jobs here, yeah, it like super works in this context, but in the in terms of like modern MMOs, really a pet is just like a fancy, it's like it's just like a stylized DPS part of your DPS kit. Yeah, totally, I can see that. Although, Aaron, has there been any more word about the Beastmaster job? Do we know more about that yet? Coming to 14? Yeah, honestly, I think Corsair might be number one for me. I wasn't going to do Corsair with Tau, but when I read the job card and it said that it's going to be a skill-based job, it made me think, okay, maybe I do want to do Core. Like skill shots or whatever they're adding to it. I don't know, we'll see. I can't wait for so good. Sometime this expansion pack. Okay, I see. So if you were to guess, you would say we're still a bit of ways away. Okay. Um. Oh, back at port? All right. Head to lower and into the basement. Cool, yeah. I tend to forget that 14, the way 14 does expansions is actually very, very interesting. Like, they just like lay out, like, here's like all the content that's going to be coming, but that's like the entirety of the expansion's worth of like stuff. Having pay on 3 is so strong. It's so much help. I gotta work on making spike necklaces for everybody. That'll be soon. Tangent had to run AFK for a sec, chat, but yeah, we've already done the climb, so we just need to go downstairs and not die. Like, that's all we need to do. And then 4-1 is Magicite. Okay, that'll be a fun stream. I wonder if we wanted to do that as a group or if some people have already like gone ahead on this. How did I make the numbers on Party Buffs add-on bigger? You know, that might just be my resolution. That might not. I don't remember if I made them bigger or not. You're talking about the little 2 that shows how many yalms I am away from my party members? 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All right. I think we just go this way. I don't know if the bat's aggro or not, so I'm just ripping it. But I have actually, here's the thing, is I have changed stuff on party buffs in the past. Like, for example, if you look at my party buffs, it actually sits slightly off of my party. That's so I can see lots. And the weirdest thing is, I went looking at my my party buffs, Lua, to see where I made that change, because somebody else wanted it too. I cannot for the life of me figure out where I changed the code. So, all that to say, like, it's not hard to, like, edit. Like especially if you're just looking for, like, how the font size of the numbers. But I cannot point you in the right direction. For some reason, it's just, like, the weirdest thing. Like, I have this weird mental block. Like, every time I go to look at the code, I'm like, nope, can't find it. I don't know what I did. But, like, clearly I just adjusted the positioning that it renders at rather than being right next to the box being slightly off of it. I don't know. Man, why do I have to get a short sneak and a long invis? That's BS. Alright. 3-3. I kind of remember where to go. Northwest one, thank you. Oh, yeah, Windurst. Okay, I see it. Nope. What do you think? I'm going to fight an easy prey? Ha! Huh. Not I. Oh, decent challenge. Oop! There's a Taru on the ground. That was kind of interesting, that camera movement. You don't see that very often in this in cutscenes in this game. He says, "Oh, my head. Oh, who are you? I'm so glad you're not one of the baddies. Thank you for saving me." I'm a baddie. Look at me. "Thank you for saving me. I'm the Windurstian ambassador to Juno, Hemji Kimji. They sent you on a mission to the embassy. Oh, I'm sorry you had to come to such a dangerous place because of me. I should have been more careful. Someone bonky-wonked me on the head from behind. And I woke up in this scary place. If you hadn't come, it makes me shudder to think what would have happened. The place is dangerous. Aside from all the monsters, I feel something nasty in the air. We should go back as soon as possible. Don't worry about me, as I can run super duper fast. I'll meet you back at the embassy. Bye." Meow. Andy Naruto runs out of here. Oh, Sandoria the Second Walk. Yes. Next month is going to be 14 playing friends. Again, I will be resubbing to 14 for launch day of Sandoria the Second Walk. I will, whatever we got to shove aside, assuming I'm not in Vegas. When is there a release date for that, Aaron? Assuming I'm not in Vegas or at my, or visiting my aunt at the end of the month. Anyway, whatever else I will shove aside. Launch day for the new raid, the Final Fantasy XI raid in 14. If we can get 18 people together, 18 Final Fantasy XI players, should be August 5th. Oh, heck yeah. If you want to join, let's do it. We did it last for the first tier of the raid, and we'll do it again. Try to make an entire pre-made alliance for the new 11 crossover raid. So if you have subbed to 14 in the past, if you are like me and you've been resubbing for the 11 content, or you're an active player of Final Fantasy 14 and you would just like to join. Hey, look, it's Funny Bunny. I haven't seen you in forever. Plan for launch day to join me in Discord and as many Final Fantasy XI players as we can get to just meme and geek out over all the 11 references. Yeah, the bagpipes, it's going to be great. That's something, oh, I keep checking my D-box. That's something we should start talking about now. I didn't realize that was so close. Thank you. Yeah. I totally forgot they released a teaser for that. I didn't do a video on it. Man, I suck. If they release more info, I'll do a video before the actual release, and then day of, like, for sure we will be out there. I don't even know. I don't even know. Last time they definitely surprised us. Between Prish and, well, Prish we knew. Between Shadow Lord we knew. Well, okay, it was still very surprising to go to Sky. I'll say that much. And like Boyada. Oh wait, this is Bastok. Also very unexpected. Ambassador in the ambassador office. Oh, you're finally back. Thank you so much for braving the dangers and finding me. You have my thanks. Now then, I hereby assign you, Sailor Neptune, to the post of attaché of the embassy to Juno. May you prove yourself useful to our homeland and her friendship with Juno. Rank 4. Do not stray far, as I may have need of you later. When the time comes, I hope you'll be just as helpful as you were before. Bye. $5,000 gil. That is chocobo money. Okay. So yeah, so next is Magi site. I'm not sure when we'll be doing that. I'll talk to the group. But that'll be, like I said, a fun stream. You cannot force yourself to get through Realm Reborn. Realm Reborn is a slog, although I don't know when the last time you tried is. But they made it easier, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago or so, something like that. But yeah, absolutely, Heaven's Word is when the game gets good. All right, chat. How long have we been live? 2.5 hours. It's about what I want to do. I wanted to do about 2 hours, a little over 2 hour stream today. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So that's gonna do it for today's stream. I'm gonna go make some dinner for myself, and going to go actually finish Squid Game season 2 or 3, season 3. But yeah, longer stream is tomorrow. We're gonna be as a full group, Ironman. Just gonna go out EXPing, and I'm actually not sure. That might be what else did I say? Well, there was something else. Oh, an AF weapon, and I'm gonna get my AF for Bard. So that'll be fun as well. So definitely leave a like if you haven't. YouTube, Twitch if you haven't followed, do that as well. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in a while. All right, we're gonna raid. That's gonna do it for today's stream. Twitch, we're gonna go raid onto somebody. And then yeah, everybody have a good night. Happy Friday. But YouTube, that's it for this evening's stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Who are you raiding? Who are we raiding tonight? Let's see. All right, we're gonna raid on over to Midas. I am not caught up with them in a bit. Alrighty, friends. Or on Xbox release. Oh, okay, yeah. If you haven't tried in that many years, 14 is much easier to just play and enjoy the story, and it's free. You can play through. What does it go, chat? What do you can get up to? Shadowbringers now for free, I think. Stormblood. All right. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. See you.